In 1800 BC, a civilization in central Turkey carved a city 18 stories deep into volcanic rock. No cranes, no power tools, just hand tools and knowledge passed from parent to child. 20,000 people lived there. Churches, schools, food storage. And here's the part that should stop you cold. It was the same temperature inside every single day. Brutal winter above ground. Scorching summer. It did not matter. Inside, always comfortable. That city is called Derinkuyu, still standing 3,000 years later. Not a single section has collapsed. If people figured this out 3,000 years ago with hand tools, why are you writing a check every month just to keep your house warm? The answer has nothing to do with safety. It has everything to do with money. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why the most effective way to build a home in history was quietly made almost impossible in America, and what a few regular people are doing about it. The average American family spends $3,000 to $5,000 a year just on heating and cooling before equipment costs. A new system costs $12,000 to $25,000 and lasts 15 to 20 years. Over a lifetime of home ownership, the number crosses $300,000. $300,000 just to stay comfortable in your own house. 6 feet below your yard right now, the ground sits at a steady 50 to 57 degrees Fahrenheit every single day. Blizzard, heat wave, it does not matter. Stable, constant, free. Your heating bill exists because your house sits on top of the ground instead of inside it. Surrounded by 55-degree earth, the gap between inside and outside almost disappears. That gap is the product. That gap is why $4,000 a year keeps leaving your pocket, and there are a lot of very large companies that need it to stay exactly where it is. His name was Malcolm Wells. He was a normal American architect who had spent 20 years designing regular buildings. Then in 1964, he drove past a job site in New Jersey where there used to be a meadow and now there was wall-to-wall asphalt. He had designed the building attached to it. He pulled over and sat there. Later, he wrote that he realized he had spent 20 years covering the earth with scabs. He flipped his entire approach. A home buried on 5 sides with a south-facing glass wall for light and solar warmth would use 80 to 90% less energy for heating. Cooling costs would basically vanish, so he built his own office that way in Cherry Hill, New Jersey in 1971. It was comfortable all year with no heating or air conditioning. Energy bills were 85% lower than the office right next door. He wrote 18 books about it. The architecture world mostly shrugged. One number explains why. $450 billion. That's how much flows through the American home energy market every year. Heating and cooling alone are over $200 billion. Furnace makers, fuel companies, utilities, repair technicians, every single one needs your house to require climate control to survive. An underground home walks away from all of it, permanently. You cannot meter dirt. You cannot bill someone for the temperature of the ground, so the rules changed. Building codes across all 50 states have no category for an underground home, not one. Want to build one? You need an engineer, soil tests, permits, and from $5,000 to $25,000 before you break ground. Many counties flat out ban them entirely under rules written in the 1950s that nobody has updated. Then the banks close the final door. No comparables, no appraisal, no mortgage. The system locked the door 50 years ago, and it has not unlocked it since. Bill Davis, a contractor in Missouri who poured concrete for a living, built underground homes, and sold them to regular families tired of enormous monthly bills. In January in Missouri, it was 14 degrees outside. You walk in and something is immediately different. Warm, but not the way a furnace makes things warm. This warmth comes from the walls. Thick concrete soaking up the earth's steady temperature for years, radiating it back. Like a fireplace that never needs wood, no blower running, no ducts ticking, quiet in a way you do not notice until you realize what is missing. Thermostat, 66 degrees. It hasn't moved since October. Monthly bill, $38. The neighbor in a regular house, $387. Same county, same winter, same month. Come back in August. 100 degrees outside. That neighbor's air conditioning has been running all day. Step into Bill's home, 68 degrees, no compressor, just the same quiet walls working in the other direction. Across his portfolio, annual bills ran $200 to $400. The area average was $2,000 to $4,000. Zero structural failures. 40 years of data. 40 million people in central China live in earth-sheltered homes called yaodong, more than the entire population of Canada. Modern kitchens, running water, internet, 60 to 68 degrees year-round, no equipment, no bills. In Coober Pedy, Australia, below freezing in winter, 122 degrees in summer, most of the town lives underground. Australia's National Science Agency confirms 72 degrees all year with zero mechanical systems. And then there is Derinkuyu, 3,000 years old, still holding the same temperature. The International Building Code has no category for it, but the Earth does not need one. Earth berming, pile soil against your walls. The Department of Energy documented 40 to 60% drops in heating and cooling costs. No permits, just dirt. With the umbrella method, bury foam insulation flat around your foundation, 1 foot down, extending 12 to 20 feet out. It traps the Earth's warmth like a blanket underneath your home. A few $100s in a weekend. Your house stays above ground, your bill does not. 44 states let you build your own home without a contractor's license. Oregon, Montana, and West Virginia are the most flexible. It is not easy, but it is legal. Physics has not changed. The Earth has not moved. You cannot put a meter on dirt. The solution that costs nothing to run is the one they made sure you would never get approved to build. But the ground does not care. No lobbyists, no seat on a code committee. It just holds 55 degrees Fahrenheit and waits for you to figure out what that is worth. There is a pipe that taps directly into that underground temperature and feeds it into a regular home's existing system. A contractor in Oregon installed 600 of them in the 1950s. Every single one worked. Then the gas industry showed up and he went bankrupt.